Good morning, YouTube. This is Vanessa from Vans, Van, and Travels, and I'm off on a new journey today. I'm headed to Plomosas, Arizona, and to meet up with some of my friends before the van build. I don't have a clue where I'm going every time I leave. Somebody gives me directions and I head that way, and if I think I'm getting lost, I might stop and look at the GPS. I'm going to stop by the little gold shaft, gold mine, whatever it was. I've seen it, but I'm not 100% sure I can find it. I got directions yesterday from Joe before he left, and so I think I can find it if he gave me the correct directions. I'm going to go see if I can find a chunk of gold, and if I do, I promise I'll share it with you. I don't know how much I'll share with you, but I'll share with you. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to my channel, and I hope everybody that watches that hasn't subscribed will subscribe and like the videos if you like them, and I promise to try to do the best I can. But if I continue to do this, I've got to have your support as far as subscribing and liking, and a comment would be wonderful. I think I've heard from one family member, and now two family members and one friend, and I know I have a lot more family and friends than that, but I'm not mad at you if you don't. If you're really shy, I don't understand, because I've never been shy, but if you are, then that's okay. I'm just playing with you. Anyway, I'm all packed up and I'm headed out of town. But before I go out of town, I've got to go into Buckeye. That's the name of it's not really a little town, it's a pretty good sized town. I'd never heard of it before. To pick up a few supplies and get ready for the next couple of weeks. So I'll see you at the gold mine. If you want to get an idea of how bad these roads are that we travel for free campsites, this is a good example right here. I've seen roads with deeper holes in it, but these rocks here are unbelievable. I got to get some of those heavy duty, I don't know what they call them, I've heard them called heavy duty road tires or something like that. It's just terrible. I've gone about 100 feet, and it took me about 3 or 4 minutes to do it. It's not very far to the end of the road, but it seems like it takes an hour to get down here. It doesn't look bad, but the rocks are so big you have to be really careful. I'm glad my van's high up off the ground. I just want to show you a little scenery coming down through here. Mountains just surround us here, and when I turn on the main road down here, I'll show you where I think the volcano is. It has to be one of two, and they're side by side. You have to make sure you batten down the hatch before you leave camp, that's for sure. I have left before when I first took off on the road and forgot to tie everything down and put everything in the floor that needs to be down there. And I'd hear something banging and falling around, and then you have to find a place to pull over and stop. We actually have some kids that are camped out here with their parents, and I came through here the other day and they decided to get a whole bunch of big boulders and just lay completely across the road, and I had to go off the road to get around it. I didn't want to get out and scare them. You never know what somebody's thinking about you when you stop where there's kids involved, especially if you're in a big white van, so I didn't try that. So I just risked getting my van damaged. But when I came back through, the mom had gone out there and got them to clean it up. I'm almost at the end of the road. I loved it out here. Today is 2 weeks that I've been here, and that's what you're allowed on BLM land is 14 days. I admit I have stayed longer before, but I mean, I changed campsites, but I didn't move 25 miles away like you're really supposed to, and I didn't really know you were supposed to until I read the sign out here. But the ranger came through and waved at us every time he drove by. He knew we weren't bothering anything, and he was probably happy to have us out there if truth was told, because we kept it clean and picked up, and we didn't cause anybody any trouble. When you get old, you don't feel like being in too much trouble. I did my share when I was young, trust me. Okay, there's a car coming, but when I turn right in front of you is actually there's 3 big hills. I'm sorry about that. I swore I wasn't going to do that. This is a volcano up here. I think where those 3 mounds are coming up right there. That one in the middle, I believe, is the volcano. Right in front of me, well, the one that you're looking at, that hill up there, that's the volcano that I was talking about, where all the black, you see the black up there? There's a lot of lava rock out there by where we were camped. Yeah, right there is the one. I was a little bit confused about it, but that one's it, because I remember it had all the black up there. Okay, the first driveway to my right is supposed to be where the gold shaft is after crossing the cattle guard. And right here is the cattle guard, and that's a little bit rough, so I'm going to slow down. They have these things all over Arizona. I don't remember ever seeing one. Now this is the first driveway here, but that's not it, because it's not out there. So let me go on up to the next one. I'm not going to drive around all day to try to hunt this thing down, but it's supposed to be, that was the first driveway. I saw it, and I don't remember us driving off the road when he showed it to me. Here I go again on a wild goose chase. If it's not the next driveway, I'm going to turn around and go back one more time, just to make sure I'm not going crazy. I saw the gold shaft from the road last Monday when we were on our way to Phoenix, and we didn't go down this far. Let me make a big U-turn. I love making U-turns and it being okay. The laws and the rules are much different here than they are back home. Speaking of which, my family likes guns. We all have guns. We have them for sport, but we also have them for protection. And out here, there's no, I hope I'm telling the truth. Joe is from Arizona, and he's the one that told me you don't have to have a permit to carry a gun out here. You just go buy one and put it in your car or your pocket or whatever. I hope I'm right about that. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to drive down this little driveway, but I know we didn't do that the other day. He said it was the first driveway past the cattle guard, and this is it right here. I know I'm old and a little crazy, but I think I would have remembered if we would have pulled off on this road. I know we didn't, because I would have remembered this. Just ran in those bushes. Well, there's no gold shaft here, and that was the first driveway. Joe, if you're watching this, sorry about that, folks. That mountain right over there, though, is where, that's Saddleback Mountain. That's where I made the video, I think 2 videos back. It's a beautiful place, and I've really enjoyed it. I had never seen cactus before growing live until I came to Arizona, so I've really enjoyed this because they're all over the place. I didn't like westerns when I was a kid, but I like them now. And I just feel like John Wayne is going to start riding up on his horse at any time. Well, that's it.